Receivers, because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 70 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Now Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Darnold to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's Darnold. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 15 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along his.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Darnold. Short throw caught by Pitts. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And they're going to speed things up here.
9 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
12 yards. There's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 12. First down, Seattle.
Darnold now to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Again, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. On play action, here's Tua.
I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to look past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And this one is incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately, to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll run for it with Achane. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Achane. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
back to the ground, Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Darnold. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Back to throw, Darnold. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
17, Jalen Waddle.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Throwing again is Darnold. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete. Right around the 8. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Kyron Williams from a yard out. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside of the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
Yeah, he had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. And our attention shifts here to the Seahawks defense. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone, but their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Again, it's Achane. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Elijah Cansey in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready.
Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And that will wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Washington in motion left. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
At the Seahawks 13-yard line.
2nd down and 4.
Go ahead.
Achane on the counter. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Looking to pass. Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 48-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To the air again, Darnold. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rome Odunze, 52 yards. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Tua. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. James Pierce able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Outright to Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Darnold. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. And the Seahawks first down.
To throw is Darnold. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Darnold to throw again. This ball down the field for Pitts. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Tua, the final shot before half. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen.
Our trip around the league
report.
starts
Scott?
now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Bengals in the AFC North. And it's the veteran Mark Andrews. He had his way with the defense from beginning to end. How about 4 touchdown catches in the game? The Ravens move their mark to 8-1 as they get the victory. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And here's Shane Zylstra. You want instant offense? Try this one on for size. He makes the catch, and then watch him go. This is going to wind up as an 85-yard catch and run for the touchdown. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And this is Chuba Hubbard. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. The Panthers finish off the first half of the season with a victory to move them to 5-4 on the season. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Short throw caught by Pitts. There he goes left side. Kyle Pitts. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kyle Pitts, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays, he took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
All right, go ahead, go.
In motion, Hill. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
At the 35-yard line.
HN gets it from the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Tua on 4th down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
A 7-yard gain. And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Tua sets up to pass it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out when they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20. And the Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Again, Darnold. Short throw caught by Pitts. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Dolphins' 47-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Finding Williams on the check down. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
Now it's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 33 yards. And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Got an open man. It's Washington.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
He'll wind up getting two there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Washington. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Tua going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the
13 yards on the play. That's another Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and goal, Seattle.
Throwing again is Darnold. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown! Kyron Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. So now here come the Dolphins. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun, it's Tua. To the right side and complete to Washington. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Intended for Malik Washington. Incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to launch it for Washington. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Ready. Out.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sound.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they've got it inside the throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ready. All right, go ahead, go, go, go. Out.
They'll go again here with Wright. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Tua going to give this to Wright. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's across midfield.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation, because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. Darnold from the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's Tua. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Wright. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away.
The Seahawks take over.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
11 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo
Exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. He'll find Williams on the slant.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Seahawks, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.